Okay, does it say we're live? Hey, what's going on, YouTube? We are in the building. What's up? It's your girl, August Crenshaw. We're actually streaming this for the private community. Hold up. Yes, indeedy. The Authentic Collective. For those of you all that don't know what that is the place where powerful Black women come to connect and make sure that we getting the tools that we need to show up effectively and authentically online so we can beast our business and change this crazy ass world that seems to not have enough money in the United States to give Black people reparations, but can do 3 stimulus packages in 1 year. They can always do for the whole, but they can never do just for us. Okay, I'm sorry. As you can see, I got beef on my mind. Hi, Anitra.
What's up, August? Woo woo. All right.
Oh gosh, I'm so happy to have you here with me. We are here, you guys, because I want you all to start knowing who's here and what you got. And while you're watching this video, please know that if you want to have the opportunity to connect with me and to be able to just let people know who you are, you can do that too. You may not even be, knee deep in running your business. Let us know who you are and what you're working on, so that when you do a launch, we could, already have relationships, be there to support you and so on and so forth. So I'll put a link inside of the bottom for anybody that wants to schedule. I only do these every other Saturday. But you are welcome to be one of the speakers. And so today we have none other than Anitra Lane. So Anitra, what do we want to tell the people about you? Let's not just be all professional. Let them know who you are too.
Gotta blink the eyes. But yes. Hello. My name is Anitra Lane, and I am a virtual business manager. Most people would be like, what the hell is that? Because sometimes we say, yeah, virtual assistant. I want you to go get me a cup of coffee. Can you go pick up my laundry? Virtually, nah, can't do that. But that's not me, right? What I do is I serve women who are looking to do what I call smart tactics, simple, manageable, and realistic tasks that make your day easier. Let's keep it simple and manageable, because we know as entrepreneurs and as women, we are wearing 85 hats. And we's wives sometimes, and significant others, and mothers, and all of these things, and trying to be an entrepreneur, solopreneur, whichever word you want to use today.
Yeah.
It might be your side hustle because you got a 9-to-5. But ultimately, what I do is I help women manage the unmanageable in their businesses. And when I say that, the biggest thing is helping you to work through automation, your social media, your marketing, all of the things that are part of those hats that you have to wear as a solopreneur. So,
absolutely.
Look, been doing it for a while. I'm a mom, a wife, retired military.
Want to be comedian? I'm sorry. I said want to be comedian.
I'm trying. I might make you look, you mess with me, you might be spitting out food in the middle of the sentence because I done jumped over here and you're like, what? Wait, what you say?
Yes. No, and I love it. The random messages, the random calls, they always seem to be right on time when it doesn't necessarily mean I'm having a bad day. I think I just needed a good laugh. You know what I'm saying? That's one of the things that I absolutely love about you. And she's 100% right, though, you guys. I know that there's a time and a space that we all can't get there overnight, but I do personally utilize Anitra. And so tell the truth, y'all. Everybody may not agree, but the posts that you're seeing now that are coming inside of the group, aren't they gorgeous? What's so funny is that I find myself coming inside of the group to respond to comments, and then I'll see a picture and I'll be like, oh, dang, that's dope. And I'll be like, dang, oh, I posted that. But it's a beautiful thing. And as my life has gotten busier and I'm reshifting, what I'm doing in my business, I want to spend more time with my family and more time doing the things that I love in my business. And I'm grateful because I almost don't do it anymore, Anitra. You're gonna be proud of me. But I would go out somewhere, for instance, with my husband. He has no sense of time. I don't go out with him usually when I have firm deadlines, and we supposed to only be gone for an hour and a half. 3.5 hours later, I'm like, oh, because my brain is used to, if I was at home, I would have posted by now. I would have done this on social media, and I don't have to think about that anymore. So, but anywho, where did this like techie side come from you that I appreciate so much? You always been the nerd girl?
Girl, I was always the nerd. It didn't even know I was a nerd. I tell people techie is sexy. They're like, not so much. I'm like, are you sure? It's easy. So the things that come easy for me tech-wise actually are not easy for everyone. Yeah. And then sometimes, even if they learn it, it becomes a place of, well, okay, yeah, I know it, but I don't really want to do it, right? I want somebody else to do it for me. So those things happen. But yeah, my techie, I didn't realize I was a nerd until I really got to talking to my father, he's now deceased. But when we would talk, we all talking about computers. Normally you talk to your dad, but like, so I went on a date. I'm over here like, so which is the last computer that you rebooted? Which one did you re-update? Oh, you did this? Oh, really? So I should do that. Those are the kind of conversation we would have. And I was like, okay, we nerds together. Me and daddy nerds together.
Yeah, cute. So you are where you from and where are you now?
Okay, so I'm from Des Moines, the DMI, Des Moines, Iowa. Whoop, whoop, whoop. I know, right?
Was your family the only Black family there?
We have a few other Black families along the way, and we take them on the trail with us. You know what I'm saying?
And for a season of my life, I lived in Springfield, Missouri. I remember being the only child of one other Black child in like elementary school. So like I'm like serious. I'm like, when you say Des Moines, it doesn't even sound like Black people live there.
Look, let me help you. And it's Des Moines, even though there's an S and an S under DES, Des. Most people say Des Moines. The S's are silent. Whose idea that was? Don't even know. But they're silent. Just trying to help you out with some geography. We in the middle of, the United States. But having been in the military and spent 27 years, I now reside in Georgia.
Yes.
And I've been acclimated because I've been here for like over 20 years. And people say, isn't that your home? My people live in Des Moines, so that's my home. I was born and raised there. Warren, you heard that? Born, not even born, but that is where I am from. But now I reside in Georgia. Wait a minute. Let me tell you. I reside in the middle of Georgia, which is like coming from Des Moines because it's in the middle of the United States.
Wow. See what I'm saying? That's like nerd shit. Now, I got to put another twist on here because I really want the people like to know who you are and all that you have to offer. So in addition to, unlike some people who have a job and a side hustle, you've got a business and now you're starting a nonprofit. And so tell them what your nonprofit is and why in the world did you come up with this concept that I just love the logo that you have for.
Okay, so I have a nonprofit, and the nonprofit's name is Unmasked Warrior Project. And it comes about because I am a thriver of military sexual trauma, right? So in my Unmasked Warrior, I tell the full story, so I won't give it here. But the whole thing is, we as Black women, we learn to be strong and we're tough and we got this and we don't need no help. And, we'll just take the world on our shoulders. And I think about one of my girlfriends, she used to call me up at work and she'd be like, hey, what's going on? Am I speaking with Sergeant Superho? And I was like, really? Superho? Really? She was like, yeah. She was like, because you are super at a whole lot of shit that half the time ain't yours. It's like, damn. What? She was like, every time I talk to you, you was on full throttle, 100% doing all kinds of stuff. And they come to you for everything. So at what point do you slow down?
Yeah.
I didn't. And it wasn't until I got out that when I did start to slow down, I understood that the trauma that I had had earlier in my career kept me, as long as I was moving, I was good. As soon as I slowed down, it came back with a vengeance. And it actually had an impact on being a virtual manager.
Yeah.
And in my business. So I developed a community to help women. And granted, it is specifically for military sexual trauma women. But as you grow, you start to learn that us as Black women, we wear masks, even if we're not in the military. You worked in corporate America, you dealt with some stuff because you might have been that only Black female in that room of dominant white males, or maybe you're the only Black female, there might be one other white female, and dominated male. So what do? We put on a mask because we want people to see us for what they believe us to be. We're not necessarily always authentic because we play the game. Some of us know how to play it better than others. So you put that mask on to protect yourself from the things that have been said to you, the negative. She mad because it is. She angry. When you go to her, she's extra aggressive. All of these words that they use on us that are not fair to us, but that's their perception of us. So what do? We put on a mask, we smile, we be like, hey, we be Becky today. We might be Rosa tomorrow, whoever we have to be. And it takes away from our authenticity.
Yeah.
But it's what we do to survive in an America that's not our America.
Absolutely. And I love the fact that, what I'm realizing even more is that as I continue to go on this journey year after year, I keep running into more and more Black women who are more appreciative and accepting of one another. Because there did seem to be a time, you got to think about it. I've been dealing with women for all my life because I started my business doing hair. And of course, because I'm a woman, but I'm saying it from the perspective of my first business, I was a hairstylist. So it's very intimate time with women. Then I get into coaching, and I'm coaching women. And I've always been blessed to have people that would accept me. But being in these online streets, I had to fight, to make sure I showed up authentically because we're not only burdened by corporate, we're also burdened by perceived what behaviors based on religion and stuff like that. So I would get people that would very hastily come to my inbox and want to tell me, God got something good for you, and you like we're saying all the cuss words. Bye. I had to really get to that place. And so, for me, with some of the things that I do, people still don't get this shit. I'm very authentic. I'll tell you in a heartbeat. You ask me how I'm doing, I'll be like, girl, this is a kind of a fucked up day. I'll say that. Or I'll be like, oh, girl, I'm so excited. You're going to get the real answer from me. I'm not going to say I'm just fine, if I'm not. But there was a time, like you said, okay, August, you could be a little aggressive. And it's like, no. Did I have to learn tact? Did I have to sometimes evaluate things and come with compassion? Yeah, but at the end of the day, I'm real and I'm raw for a reason. And so there are more Black women that are starting to say, you know what, Queen, just be you. Just do you and whatever level that you're on. And that's basically, one of the main reasons why we connect is because we have a lot in common, but we're very distinctly different. And I'm not trying to make you be me. You're not trying to make me be you. We celebrate each other. We have fun together. And it's a beautiful thing. And I feel like that is being restored with us because I'm just so tired of hearing that Black women don't work well together and, and all of that stuff. And so I commend you because the work that you do is also dispelling that myth and opening up opportunities for women to connect and to heal. So I can only imagine that even though it seems like these two things are so separate, that they're still very connected because I'm saying this because I also kind of got some of the inside scoop on what you do as a business owner, that some of these women that come to you and they want you to be their virtual manager, you also still have to speak into their life.
Absolutely. And that's one of the things you learn. So I tell people my purpose and my passion, when I first got started as an entrepreneur, I thought they were the same thing. They were not the same thing for me. And I learned it through my journey. I'm passionate. I love some technology, but that was not the assignment God gave me.
Yeah.
And I had to get to that place. And once I got to that place, I just told someone just recently, just because my purpose and my passion are different, it does not mean that they do not intertwine.
Exactly.
And I had to understand that part to align them. My passion and my purpose, two different things, but they align with each other.
Absolutely.
And that's something that you have to, once you start getting into your journey and you understand and you learn yourself and you learn what your gifts are, then you understand that, okay, my purpose and passion may be the same thing. Don't get me wrong. I'm passionate about Unmasked Warrior Project. That is what it is. But I'm more passionate when it comes to my techie. And I'm like, okay, so as an Unmasked Warrior, as you start to peel back the layers and you realize stuff about yourself, you might find that, okay, yep, I'm working in a group of people and I'm around all these people, but I would prefer to work for myself, do things and learn how to be self-sufficient, financially independent on my own.
Yeah.
And that's a whole nother level. And so I believe in the whole person concept, because that's what helps you to grow. When you start from the top all the way to the bottom of your body, your mind, how you eat, all of it, it all goes together spiritually, because that's the way we were made.
Yeah.
And so you have to do all of those things. And so becoming an entrepreneur, even if you're masked, when you start peeling back those layers, yeah, I'm right there with you. Like, I've been there. I know about those tears of frustration of not seeing any money come in and putting money out, or thinking I can do it on my own without getting coaching. Because even as a virtual manager, with me, I'm not your typical, first of all, most people, you'll hear them say virtual assistant. We're very quick to tell you I'm a virtual manager, right? So I'm helping you manage what may be manageable, but at another level, because sometimes we don't have the accountability. So we'd be like, okay, today I'm gonna do 3 things. And then of the 3 things, you do 1 thing, and then you're like, okay, I ain't accomplished absolutely nothing. But guess what? Did you do 1 thing? Did you get that 1 thing done? Or did you say, I got 3 things, I'm gonna do 1 thing? Well, shit, I ain't doing nothing. So I come in, and some of my clients can attest to this. I get on the phone. They told me last week what they were going to do. We get on the phone and they haven't done none of it. Man, I'm like, okay, so let's log in. Let's do this, this, and this, and this. And so we get it done. They feel better because they're like, okay, so you held me accountable. Absolutely. And so what you would have got this week extends your week because you didn't get it done last week.
Yeah.
You can't get to the next piece if you don't. Everything is a building process. So you can't get to the next piece if you didn't finish the first piece.
No, absolutely not. And I just want, you said what you said was like fully loaded, like, and I want people to think about that. And I can even say the same thing, Anitra. You know, when I did hair, I started, first of all, my father taught me how to French braid on a doll head when I was 6 years old. I was doing, when I moved back with my grandmother and I was like in elementary, middle school, I would braid the children's hair when she had her daycare in her home. By the time I was a sophomore, I started toying with doing my own. And then I just rapidly built this business where I was doing hair for so many women in St. Louis, Missouri. And I loved doing hair. I mean, you have to love doing hair to do hairstyles that sometimes can take you 8, 10, 15 hours. Some hairstyles, 30 minutes and you done, 2 hours, but just braid after braid after braid. But I love the intricacies of like layering it and bricking it out. But at the end of the day, that wasn't my purpose. And I'm still passionate about doing hair. My family hair be done. You know what I'm saying? They be looking through. If y'all like my little blue sew-ins and stuff, I still do my own hair. But when I moved from St. Louis and went to Houston, I realized that my business, my first business was cultivating me to be, this is my purpose. Coaching is my purpose, because using my hands is a gift. In my mind, I'm a creative. I can make stuff, but my voice and delivering that to people, y'all hear my kids are having a good time. That's my purpose. And so I'm just pointing that out to say that that's something that we actually have in common. We never really discussed it like that. But for somebody else that's watching, give yourself permission to live life and to do this and then evolve into this and then evolve into that. Because I find that sometimes with business, we be too addicted to making sure we came in here with things well defined and did things purpose. See, that's that pressure too on a Black woman to get out here, to get it done, to do it right, to stay focused, to don't make any mistakes. And it's like, who said it was mistakes? It's just the path. It's just a journey. And so my stuff overlaps and intertwines, just like yours does. And I just want to add something else for you. Some of you may be entertaining having a virtual manager. Now, I would just like to say, I'm not one of those clients. Yeah. I'm like, I don't want her to not like me. So I'm going to make sure that whatever the hell she needs from me, she got it so she can do her job. But that's key though. You may need to hire a virtual manager, even if you don't have your stuff together, so that she can help you. Because I know that sometimes the reasons why these ladies haven't done it is because who cares whether they're being cheap or because they think that this is all that they need and may not necessarily tune into your recommendations. Then they realize they need some tutorials, right. And you get them comfortable with the part of technology that they're supposed to use. And then eventually, they pass the baton, but getting help in your business is about integrating. It's not about separating. And so it's not like, oh, I got her, so I don't have to know. You're still integrated. You're still working together. And so if you're interested in working with Anitra, do them a favor. Because I know me and you had a conversation. Don't think that she's like only email marketing or social media strategy. Give them some, even some of your secret weapon tools that people may not know that you have under your belt, so people can understand the plethora of resources you have available. You got, she does more than just social media management and email marketing.
Right. And time, and I do way more than that. So yeah. Some of the things that I do, so you need a flyer. You might need that one-time flyer. I do 60-second commercial videos.
Dope ass commercials, by the way. Sorry.
I really, you good. I really, I'm really a very hands-on person. And so my tutorials are more like, come on, let's get in here and do it. Because I know that for me, technology is easy. It's not for everybody, right? But when you're a business owner, you have to really, when you know yourself, like I love working with August because I hate writing, but it's part of what we have to do. When it's just you and you got to write that content, you got to write that content, right? And so when you get somebody like August and you work with them and they write the content, you like, I like this shit right here. I need L'Oreal. But this because now I have her voice already. So if I need to write content, I already have her voice. So I'm going to tell you one of the secrets. So yesterday, this is what happens as a virtual manager. And y'all do it. I promise you, you do it. You'll get a pop-up, right? It'll be one of them ads. And it'll be like, yes, you need to check out Monday.com because Monday.com can do right. And so now you went from whatever you was on Canva. Canva is a platform for graphics, right? You hearing me? Canva is a platform for graphics and it has templates to help make your life easier. Okay, now past Canva. So you get the Monday.com and you're in here going, okay, I need to switch up from, I don't even know what a CRM is. Do I have a CRM? Do I need a CRM? So now you're in your head and then you click on the link, you go to Monday.com and then you go to free trial because we've done it. All of us have done this. Every free trial that comes up, we done tried it. We don't even know what we're doing, but we get the free trial because it said it's a free trial and it said it was going to do all these things for us. And then we get in it. We don't even know how to use it. We don't even know if we're in the season for it yet. Because guess what? You might not even know who your client is that you're supposed to be talking to. So you stop doing that one thing to try to teach yourself 15 other software services that you aren't even ready for. Yeah. It just happens. We all did it.
Yeah. Getting that clarity is key. and also saving the money, because what happens with a lot of us is we like, dang it, oh, the trial is over. And most of them, not all of them, some of them will say no credit card necessary. But most of them, when you do the free trial, you set it up with your card and they are banking on you forgetting. Every once in a while, you may get someone who will give you a refund if you call the same day. Otherwise, it's kind of like, no, well, we can cancel and you'll still have it available to this time. And let me just give y'all a little hack. Whenever you sign up for something that is a free trial, it's better to go in and set it up and then immediately go into your account and push cancel.
Absolutely.
Because you could always reverse it if you want to keep it, but a lot of times you can't reverse it if you forget it and they charge you. So, if I were to be like, because I did this, I was like, oh, I want to see Power. And it's first time I heard of it. I'm like, I'm going to do the Amazon, give you like HBO for, they gave us to us for a week. And I was like, well, me and my husband, we was just going to do a binge weekend. And we stayed up all week. We watched all week. We watched all Power. But it was like a 7-day free trial. We signed up and immediately went into the account to cancel, and we made sure we set the time down. I know that's a non-business related example, but I mean, it's with everything. Because if you do it with Netflix or Hulu, you're going to do it with Monday.com or whoever. And you're going to, you're going to pay for the $12.95 thing subscription with Canva. You don't even need it. You know what I'm saying? There's so much stuff that we pay for. So sometimes, yeah, you need Anitra to basically do an audit of your expenses and do an audit of the technological services that you've tapped into that you may not need. So Anitra, I love you. I don't want to keep you all day. I did want the people to get a chance to know, okay, we got some queens up in here doing some stuff. You want to say a last word or something before we get out of here?
I just want you to know you can find me at anitralane.com. See, I branded me, and more me. Yes, I might be working through the vainness right now.
Yes.
But you can go to anitralane.com, in which you will find me. And then you can sign up for a free consultation. And I promise you, I can probably help you save money, because I, again, have been that person that signed up for all the freebies and then came back and was like, I'm paying who? $150 later, 15 freebies, ain't looked at none of these. And some of them do the same thing. So again, you can get a free consultation with me. All you got to do is go to anitralane.com and sign up. And I'm here for you, sisters.
There it is. So we love y'all. We're going to say bye-bye. And don't forget, for those of you, if you're looking at the bottom of the comments, you want to let the tribe know who you are, what you're working on. Listen to me, queens, even if you're not 100% set, you never know. You might come on here and talk about what you're working on and what you're doing. And there's some really loving, giving queens in here that may give you some advice, connect you with someone that can help you, give you a free resource that you actually need. You can really learn a lot just from sharing, and let's build relationships on the front end so that people don't feel weird. Like, so she want me to help her promote and she just said hi to me today. Whatever. So I don't care how long you've been a member of the community. If you're here, I want to connect with you. Like I said, I do these every other Saturday. The link is in the comments. Click it, sign up. Thank you, Anitra Boo. I love you. And we's gonna get out of here.